Good morning. Welcome everyone. I'm just going to change cameras here for a second. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our Thursday morning Tai Chi Qigong practice. Please feel free to say hello if you're here. How has practice been going for you? Or any questions that you have about Tai Chi or Qigong practice. We're going to start this morning. I want to have my chair. I like to alternate between chair and standing for those who might need to take a rest now and again, or just stay seated overall. So give me 1 second as I get the chair. Great. So let's start in I'm just going to set it here for now. We're going to start in a standing or seated position. If you are sitting, however, do try to sit toward the edge of the chair rather than all the way back, okay? You could be sitting on a little stool or a hassock, an ottoman. Feet are firmly rooted. So choose whether you want to be sitting right now or standing. Maybe close the eyes. Soften the knees if you're standing, however. Don't lock the knees backward. And then lightly open the eyes, and we'll allow the eyelids to remain heavy. Just invite our awareness of our senses and the awareness of our physical body. Any sensations on the surface of your skin, around your bones? Do you feel anything moving in your organs? Notice all of the energetic flows within you and around you. Feel your place in all of the energetic cycles. Let's sweep the arms out and up slowly, trying to let the arms remain heavy as we go. Try not to impose your will on those arms. And then flip the palms up and look up. So remember, you can be doing this sitting. Soften the neck, soften the knees. Feel your body and where it is in the place of all of the cycles that are moving around. Any shift that's going on in your legs, any shift that's going on in your spine. Notice if you're straining, any tingling, any sensations going on in your arms. Soft breath in. Exhale, lowering those arms down. And let's lift the arms out in front of us. And we'll hold a ball. So we'll hold a ball out in front of us, getting those arms nice and round. Try not to have the elbows up like such. The elbows can be down here. Remember not to lock those knees back. Feel your spine lifting up as though it's being lifted by an imaginary string. Feel it being connected to the stars up above, and that they're gently encouraging you to come up into the universe to join them. Feel your feet firmly rooted on the earth, but not gripping. Maybe wiggle the toes. And then feel your own center sun in your universe, in the belly. Turn, and then slowly turn. And let's see how slowly we can go. Release the grip you have on your arms, and trust that your own inner solar orb is firing this engine. Substantial and insubstantial, transitioning between one another. Eyelids soft. Feel your place in the cycle of energies. What is your place as you feel wind and air around you? What is your place as you feel solid earth and wood within you? What is your place in the cycle of fluid, watery flow? Not opposing, going with. And from the center, flip the palms and press out, and let's feel this space. Feel what we're freely releasing out, not forcing out. As you breathe in and out, feel the cycle of breath entering into you and out of you through all of the pores in your body. Release any grip in between the shoulder blades. Allow what needs to be released to freely go, and invite within whatever wants to come in and the body is inviting. And then let's lift the palms. Remember, you could be standing or sitting just above your heavenly gate. What are you holding up, not allowing to come down? What are you freely channeling up to release outward? Feel your feet. What are they freely absorbing up and into you? And what are you freely releasing out of those feet? And we'll release those arms down gently, slowly. Left hand to the belly, right hand on top. If you identify as female, male, right hand to the belly, left hand on top. And slow, gentle circles. And change direction. Stirring and cultivating all of the swirls of energy within you. Feel your bones, feel your flesh. Let's breathe in. Exhale, swipe with an exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, swipe with an exhale. All right. This next is going to be easiest standing. If you need assist on standing, you could always stand with your hand holding a wall. Again, not locking the knees. We'll work the hips. Feeling this spiraling cycle, this circle, never-ending circle of energy. Let your breath naturally go with. Don't force the breath. Let the arms hang unless you need to hold something for support. How fluid are your bones? All of your bones. What freely wants to release? What freely wants to engage to keep the movements going? Good, and then start to change direction. How fluid can you be? Eyelids soft, jaw soft. What are you feeling in all of your senses? Feel your place in olfactory senses. Are you the source of anything you're smelling? Where are the aromas coming from around you? Feel them coming within you and out of you. Light and color spectrum. And then touch and sensation. Coming back to center. Alright, so this we could do sitting. We're going to open the legs a little bit wider and do that sitting as well. We'll breathe in and reach up. Feel your connection to everything that is above you. How everything that is above you is supported by everything that is below you. How everything that is underneath is supported and supporting everything that's above. Good. And then we're going to lower ourselves down, bending the knees, letting the upper body come forward. Feeling what was once above now is below. What is below is now above. And then we'll lift it back up as though you're carrying a ball of energy. Flipping the palms, releasing it up. You can stand or keep your knees bent, but remember, don't lock them. And lower. Breathe. If you're standing and you can't go very low, be honest with yourselves and honor where you need to stop. Try to loosen around the muscles in your body. Try not to tense the muscles in your body. Can you keep the muscles soft in your feet and your ankles, your shins and your calves? How about your entire back? Lifting our ball once again. Turning the palms, flipping them up, breath, and the arms are floating down, empty in the arms. And start to feel your connection to just letting the body and your spirit give in to the energies that are around us. Can you feel heat rising somewhere within you? Can you feel that light, ethereal essence? How we are a part of the air. Feel the air element within us. Can we allow it to just be? Notice how calming and soothing it can be, or any resistance we have to it. Coming back and coming back to standing. And again, this can be done sitting or standing. So of course, if you're sitting, just the upper body. I'm going to lift my right palm up, left palm down. Your knees could be bent a little, or your knees could be straight. Don't lock them. Come back to that softness. Okay, so I just softened my wrist. Here I was very rigid. I feel as though you're holding the ceiling up and you're preventing the floor from rising up. Feel energy being directed in both directions, not forced. Feel the left side of your body, right side of your body. Let the belly breathe and start to twist to the left. Let what wants to go upward, go upward. Well, let what wants to go downward, go downward. Feel it represented in your breath. Feel it represented in your spine. Feel it represented in your mind. The thoughts that wants to rise. The thoughts that want to settle. And center. Start to let the top arm come down and the bottom arm come up. And I'm bending my knees a bit into what's called the horse, holding our ball. Again, if you're sitting, you're fine on the bottom body. You're just feeling this upper body. Notice any sensations in your palms, your fingers. Can you let those arms sink and sag? Notice the nature of any fight or resistance within you. Is it in the mind? Could you let the body go a little bit more? Or is it the mind that is resisting that? What would happen if you tried and more collapsed, but you actually let yourself feel, letting go, and then incrementally add a little bit more without adding the stress? I'm going to start to go back now to the other side. Left palm, lifting, right palm, down, pressing gently downward through the right palm, lifting up and extending from the center of me all the way up. The palms are an extension of your center. Face is soft, tongue is soft, eyelids soft. Breathe and exist within the cycles of energy and sensation you are aware of, not in control of. What is coming to you the most? Fire, stone or earth, water, air, or is there a balance between them? Are you aware of some of those sensations more in your lower body or your upper body? Breath in and start to twist to the right, feeling the coiling, feeling your left side, right side, feeling all within you that wishes to rise, that wishes to feel lighter, that wishes to aspire upward, to feel lifted. Can you allow the sensation of being lifted, not being the one exerting the lifting? Can you feel everything within your lower body that wishes to be lifted as well, confidently remaining anchored? And one wants to breathe in the middle, the source of our will, our fire. Gradually, slowly, soften the flesh in your wrists as you're lowering the left arm down, right arm lifting, holding a ball. Can you soften the flesh in your fingers? How heavy can they feel? How heavy can the bones feel in your lower arms, in your wrist bones? What is suspending your body here? Feel the glow, feel the tingle of energy within us. And wrist rotations, very slowly. So imperceptible that you are doing it, that you know that another force is in control. Arms heavy. What is animating you right now? And can you surrender to that animation? Change your direction. How does energy wish to flow in both directions? Notice any stuttering, any interruption. Can you soften around it? Get to know it, not to solve it. Good. We'll release the arms. This next might be best done standing rather than sitting, unless you're on a stool and there isn't a back to the chair. We're going to twist from our center, allowing the arms. Just lightly tap the body. And then start to let the body stop, but the arms will come to a halt on their own. Now this is more of a leg space. I'm going to place one foot in front. Not very far, as you can see, right? I haven't taken a great big step. And I'll show you frontally here so that you can see how far apart the feet are a bit. Okay? Now I'm going to come back to a sideways view. I'm going to shift back, leading with the butt, okay? So I'm not shifting back like this. I'm pulling the butt back with this right leg bent and shifting forward and back and forward and back. This time when I come back, I'm going to scoop my tailbone under, and then I'm going to push the tailbone forward as I come, and then pull the tailbone back, scoop the tailbone under, a little hip thrust, pulling it back, let the arms dangle, feeling a coil in our hips. Effortless through the top of the head. Everything in moderation, don't go very deep. Now can we feel the transition from coming forward into back and from going back into forward, and let there barely be any perceptible difference. I'm going to step this leg back, come up, and just work the hips a little bit. Breathe. Change your direction. I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to step my right leg forward this time. Look at how much space you have, a little bit of space between the legs. Come a little bit closer this time so that you're not seeing the legs, but I want, hopefully, for us to see the hips come forward, right? The hip. So there's a little whipping, a little bit of whipping in your spine, but it all starts here. I'm pulling this back, under, here, back, here. Now on this side, I would love if you're going to practice this at all. I'm going to talk about how we feel the energy pressing from the back leg, and the front leg is receiving our weight. And now the front leg is pulling us back, pushing us back, and the back leg is receiving. So can you feel sending and receiving? Smooth breath, likely starting to feel some heat generating. Sending and receiving. It's going on both legs at the same time always. One is always sending, one is always receiving. Now try not to control. Let it flow through. Shift it back, step this right leg back, Let's breathe in, lift. Exhale, lower the arms down. And a little hip rotation, work that out. Free your toes, start to notice what had tried to block or interrupt energy. What was tensing? What was feeling burning? Or what actually felt like, ooh, things are flowing from one section to the other. How do we start to notice those different changes, shifting? If there's anything about Qi practices and Tai Chi, is that it is the state of transition that we get to connect with, not final point destinations. So are we aware of how energy moves between us, how it is initiating, how it is transforming, how it is actually on the move, not what has accumulated, right? If we're feeling an accumulation, there is likely a blockage, like a dam in a river. Okay. We're going to come back to a neutral space, and actually I'm going to widen out. Now this one you could do sitting, and I'll show a little bit of it sitting. It just won't involve the legs as much, but it will involve the waist turn. All right, so I've widened my feet out, and notice that I've angled the feet out a bit. I'm just going to do a slight bend for you. For me, I could bend a little bit more, but don't let those knees go past the toes. All right, and we're just going to shift and shift. So this part, we're not going to do sitting. If I was sitting now, we just feel this part. I might be able to move a little bit of the upper body side to side, but that isn't the action that we're doing standing. So it's just moving the chi in a different way, all right? All right, but if we're standing, we're going to shift and shift. Now remember what I said when we had the legs one in front and back. Here we're out to the side. About sending and receiving. What leg is sending and receiving now? And what percentage, right? How much is my left leg receiving more, and this one becoming less? And am I only attentive to the more or the less? Feel state of transition. Feel halt. What wants to move? How slowly does the body want to move? How much does it resist certain levels of slow, like an interruption, like a different kind of dripping pattern in your own faucet? Maybe slow it a little, maybe speed it a little, so that you can feel where you are. Right now I'm going to hold the arms. And I'm going to shift and turn, shift and turn. Shift what's becoming substantial and insubstantial, and turn, shift and turn. How fluid can we be now? How does the upper body turning go with the legs? How about your breath? If your fire is getting too hot, take a break. Okay, so even in the sitting, we're sitting and turning the waist and turning the waist. Now I'm going to turn to my left. My weight's in my left leg. Releasing the arms. Let them float. Wrists are soft. Going to come into the right leg. Dropping the arms. Turn the waist. And lift the wrist ever so subtle. And shift. Dropping the arms. Feel the upward lift through the top of the head. Turn. And energy is lifting those wrists. Sink. Breath is soft. Waist is turning. Legs are strong. Air is lifting us and helping us rise. Feel energy rising and sinking. Feel energy turning and spiraling. Feeling sending and receiving. Be aware of your senses. Ungrip in the feet. Relaxing the fingers. Not controlling. We're letting energy flow through us. Arms heavy. What lifted those arms? When I come to center, press down, and maybe it might be easiest to just kind of heel toe the feet in. Feel free to shake the feet out a little. Alright, we're going to do an exercise that can be done sitting. I've done this one before, maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm going to start and show it sitting, sitting toward the edge of the chair. Always settle, feel grounded and lifted, effortless, where we're not stamping down, we're not tensing to lift, nor are we collapsing. Do we know what equilibrium feels like? Do we know varying levels of excessive and deficient? I'm going to straighten one leg, so that's my right leg, flexing the toe. I'm going to hold my ball. I'm going to flip the palms and come forward. Keep looking up, soften the shoulders, breathe. What is changing in the back of the leg? Feel states of change, states of transformation. Try not to control. Let the arms go limp and the upper body go limp and roll it up. We'll bring that leg in, step the other leg out. Flexing the toes. Arms heavy, supported by energy, floating and suspended. Feel the fingers. I know my fingers feel like they're radiating. They're radiating their own kind of tingle vibration of warmth. I'm going to flip the palms. And come forward. Now we're all going to have a different stop point. Don't go to extreme of excessive. Notice if anything feels big in you, what feels soft and small. It all exists in a continuum. Yin and yang mixing together. Clear channel for flow. What feels stuck? How do you soften around? Allow the upper body to fall limp. Surrender. Slowly rolling the spine up. Feeling the flesh in the back of the spine yielding its way up. And stepping that leg in. We'll do that again, and I'll do it standing. And so for those who are sitting, go ahead and remain. And we're going to step the right leg out. For those who are standing, I'm going to bend my knees a bit. I'm going to step the right leg out. Okay, so the toe is up. Same deal. Left leg stays bent. Now as we come forward, Let the hind part pull back, chin forward. And it's perfectly legit if you're like, I think I would like this sitting better. Breathe. How much can you bend the left leg back? Feel support. And feel what can let go. Does the right leg really need to be doing much? Where is the equilibrium? Where is the easy point? Where is that space in the middle between substance and insubstantial? Let go and roll the spine up. Stepping the right leg in. Calming the standing. Feel that clearing of channel. What just happened in your upper registers. Sink. Heavy and lifted. Step the left heel forward. Empty, holding this never-ending circle of energy, connecting left side and right side. Feel this receiving, and now flip the palms, sending. Take your time. We're all going to have a different level. Maybe we can't hold very long. Keep the mind as calm, as breath as calm as you can. Coming up when that is too disturbed, when that is so excessively disturbed. Breath. How is whatever is soft inside of you helping everything that is substantial right now and needs to be substantial? Do we know what needs to be substantial? Are too many parts of us being substantial? Let the upper body hang. Trust. Remember, you could have come up already. Patient, feeling the state of transition. Don't just have the desire to be out. Command us. Be in the state of rising. Bringing the left foot in. Be in the state of sinking and gradually rising. Feel the releasing, the dissipation of energy here. And let's breathe in and lift. Exhale, we're going to come forward, so you can do that in your chair. Legs a little wider. And let's roll the spine up. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do a percussive gong before we're done for today. And I think I'm going to actually change to, we'll start standing, and then I'm going to change to a camera being a lot closer as we work the head and the neck a little bit. This can be done sitting. We're going to make a fist, but we're going to keep the fist light, a little circle here. Okay? Hopefully to hear that little cuppy sound. I'm going to bend my knees. Remember, you could be doing this sitting. I'm going to come outside of the ankles and just come up lightly, light tapping. Hear the cuppy sound. And let that gentle striking come into the ankles, the calves. Work different areas of the surface of you. Feel the flesh in the legs receiving the striking. Feel the receiving and the sending. And you feel the sending through your arms and your hands. Feeling the impact and the point of receiving in your flesh. And you ask your legs to receive this. Feel the reverberation, the ripples of the vibration through the density of your own flesh, and then up to the upper leg. Light, stimulating. See how much of the surface of your skin you can get. Try not to hit into the joint itself of the knees. Patient. If the arms are fatiguing, You're doing too much. Now I'm going to come down and come inside. I'm going to widen a little bit. Inside from the ankle, just the lower leg. Remember, soften the flesh that's receiving. Soften the flesh that's sending. Let the impact send and clear the channels of energy, starting to invigorate all of the meridians in the lower part of your leg. Receive, don't resist. Receive, don't resist. Now I'm going to skip the knee joint. I'm going to come to the inner thighs. And as you're coming up, of course, be gentle as you come close to genitalia. Are the muscles in the thighs receiving or tensing? Can they receive to allow this wonderful cleansing and clearing ripple to send through? And then down and up. Open palm. No. Now I've got the fist again, low back. You can do this at home as long as you like, feeling that stimulation, letting it agitate, clear, ventilate. Try. Shake, flick the fingers. Good. I'm going to do the upper body, upper arm, rolling on the inside of the upper arm. Hear that lovely cupping sound? Get around the back of that upper arm. And see if you can have contact with as much of the surface as you can. And then skip the elbow, come to the forearm, same thing. Let go. Let go. Wrist, palms. Swipe. Swipe. And another arm. Upper arm first. Remember, let the flesh of the arm receive the impact from the hand at the cupping. Let the hand that's delivering soften as it's delivering. Both are receiving, both are sending. And upper arm. Be gentle, don't leave a mark, okay? We want to feel the energy flowing through. How far can you feel the ripples emanating? In the forearm, I feel it all the way through the fingers. Clearing those chi meridians. Untrapping. Unsticking. A little bit of light tapping on the wrist. Center of that palm. Swipe, flick. Swipe, flick. Swipe. Alright, I'm going to come and change cameras. And we're going to do the upper body and the face. Okay, so we're going to use these fingers and kind of come under the mandible, so under this jawbone, and bring this finger up along the L shape of the jawbone, so that if you had the bone in your hand without your flesh around it, you'd just be holding it like this. Let's take a breath. We're going to pinch the bone as you're sliding. Be kind. It might get sensitive. Really get sensitive down here for me. And flick. Let's do that again. Deep breath. Swipe, breathe out. flick. And again, swipe, breathe out. Flick. I'm going to use this part of the finger and get it right in the upper gum line. And just roll in that little wedge. I'm going to press and pull down. This is where you can all be grateful. You all aren't on camera for the whole world to see. I'll take this hit, right? Because it's not a complimentary look, right? So we're going to press in and swipe down. And again. Now I'm going to bring that same part of the finger into this nasal sinus passageway. And here the swiping is going to go out. But I'm pressing in firmly. Okay, breath in. Out. Breath in. Out. And last one. So right in this upper part of the eye socket, on the inner part of this eye socket, a little nodule, right where the eyebrow is happening. We've got a nodule of nerve bundles. We're going to take our thumbs and press the nerve bundles. Yay! So I'm going to come up inside of the ridge of the eye socket, press. And then when I breathe out, I'm going to swipe around the whole eye socket, eyebrow, and let go. Woo! I can see clearly now, right? All right, here we go. Last one, here we go. For the sake of time, can't do the whole face, but that's a nice amount. There's a lot that we can do around the eye socket ridge, but that's enough. We're going to, I'm rather bejeweled over here. I'm rather bejeweled on both sides. All right, I'm going to pretend that I'm not as bejeweled, and we're going to grab this earlobe and in between the index finger and thumb and give it a nice little squishy massage, okay? So squishy massage, squishy, squishy, squishy. Okay, so now I'm pulling down, squish, pulling down, squish, pulling down. Now I'm going to start to come up, squish, pulling down, and then up, coming up the whole cartilage, even getting the fingers inside of the well. Okay, so we're coming, and eventually, as we're going up, the movement is pulling up, not down. Up, up, ooh, up. Try to swipe as much of that cartilage. The ear should be getting hot. Now we're going to come down again. So just retrace your steps. Good. All right, see, nice and flaming hot, right? Now I'm going to grab this little triangular flap of cartilage and pinch it right there. Both of them. Give it a nice little squishy massage, little slight tuggy, pulling outward, squishy massage. Ooh, ooh. All right, now I'm going to breathe in, pinch, exhale, snap it out. Woo. 2 more. Exhale when you're letting it out. And last one. All right. Using this part of the heel of the palm, the back of the head. And so as I'm pulling this down, I'll be pulling the neck up and swiping along the flesh here. Okay? So I'm going to do it from the rear. So down, pulling down with the karate chop. Slice. And again, trying to swipe across as much of the fascia, as wide of a swath of the flesh under the skin of your neck and the sides of your neck, the back of the neck. Yeah, I've got a hairline that's a little bit in the way, but I did just recently shave, so it doesn't pull so many hairs. See how much toward the middle of the spine, the middle of the neck you can get. And then if you'd like, you can do one at a time. Slicing, coming down as well, down the side of the neck. Oh. So hopefully we're feeling rather invigorated, a little tingly and stimulated across many aspects of our physical existence. I'm Belinda. I'm with Just Be Yoga, and this has been our morning Tai Chi Qigong on Thursday. Shish it.